Hello, Mr. Wright here. I'm doing a lesson here on lesson 2, and this works for trombone and baritone. The mouthpieces are the same. When you have a beginner trombone or beginner's baritone, it will be a small shank, and the shank is this part of the mouthpiece right here. And professional trombones have a large shank. This is a large shank mouthpiece, but playing on a beginning trombone, there's nothing wrong with it. I still have my beginning trombone from when I was a fifth grader, but I think the best time to start band is really probably in the sixth grade. But all we'll need is our trombone, and what you want to focus on is having an open, rich sound. And I want you to go ahead and just yawn, like, oh, that open, resonant sound. They say yawning is contagious. So you want to have an open, rich sound, an open throat. You're going to take the muscles of your neck and just expand them. And when you do that yawning sensation, it should resonate in your chest as well. And when you play the trombone or baritone, it should resonate this in the same way. So you will have that open sound. The inside of your mouth is big and open, and you want to take your thumb and put it between your teeth, and that's how far apart your teeth should be when you put the mouthpiece up to your mouth. Your lips also need to be spread apart. This is a mouthpiece visualizer, the trumpet size and the trombone. I'm going to show you how far apart my lips are inside the mouthpiece. So my teeth are that far apart. And when I play the trombone, you'll see me go, I'll pull my lips apart to make sure they're nice and far apart so I have a big, rich, open sound. Right? So you should see an opening, and that my lips are not mashed inside the mouthpiece. You never want to mash your lips together. The way we get higher pitches on the trombone or baritone is first of all, and I got this idea from Charlie Porter as far as explaining it goes, we're going to tighten up our lips up against the teeth. We're going to flex our lips against the teeth, just as you would when you tighten up the strings up against a fretboard of a violin or guitar. If it's relaxed away from the teeth, your lips are relaxed away from the teeth. There's a lot of it's a lot of surface area of the lip that's vibrating. And once you tighten it up, that surface area grows shorter and shorter, making the frequency higher and higher. So it's like, right? It's a smaller surface area vibrating. So you're going to tighten up your lips up against the teeth, and at the same time, you're going to channel faster air over the very center of your tongue, as to say, like, ta. You're going, when you're singing or playing a low note, you're just going ta or daw with your tongue dropped to the bottom of your mouth. But when you do high notes, you want to arc the back of your tongue so as to say ta he, almost like a hissing sound. So, and you just increase from the diaphragm, faster airstream with the arced back of the tongue. And see, why arc the back of the tongue? Because it forces that air to travel over this arced tongue. It makes the airstream go faster, making the lips to buzz faster, generating a higher pitch. So those three things, firming up the lips against the teeth, and then arc the back of the tongue with a faster airstream channeled over the very center of the tongue. And what that will sound like is, and I'm spreading my lips and teeth apart. Right? So I just firm my lips up, arc the back of my tongue, faster airstream. Now, in in this exercise with just a mouthpiece, not going to do such a wide jump like I just did. We're just going to do these notes right here on the um, in exercise 1. We just have this first note. Let's just do that low note first of all. And it doesn't have to be exact, just generally about that. This is a B flat, so, and you'll notice in exercise 1 here that this first note, it's a B flat, and remember from lesson 1 we talked about the F clef or the bass clef,
But down here on this line, good boys, and it's got a flat in front of it. It's going to be a B flat. That's the pitch that you normally, when you're playing with relaxed lips, it kind of just generally somewhere around that area, it comes out as a B flat. So that's a whole note B flat. It takes up the whole measure, and we hit this bar line. And in the second measure, we have a whole note rest that takes up the whole second measure. 4 beats of sound, 4 beats of silence. So let's try this one. 1, 2, 3. I'm starting the note with the tongue. 2, 3, 4. Right? Now, in this second exercise right here, we're going to go from a B flat to an F to a B flat, and this has a stem on it. This is a whole note. It just looks like a whole. This is a whole note, but it's got a stem there, which makes it a half note. We've cut a whole note into 2 equal parts. This whole note up here got 4 beats. Each one of these half notes gets only 2 beats. So it's a half note, half note, half note, rest, rest. And this is a half note rest. It only takes up half the measure. So 2 beats for this B flat and 2 beats for this F in the F clef here, the bass clef. So it'll sound like da, dee, da, rest, rest. So let's buzz that. Remember, for going for those higher notes, we're going to buzz or tighten up our lips up against the teeth, arc the back of the tongue, faster airstream going. So here we go. Number 2. Now, what if you only go, you're using muscles you've probably never used before in this way. So it may be a little bit tough. So you want to make sure that you just keep working at it. Okay. It took me, the first time I ever played trombone, it took me 4 hours just to get a sound. So you're or like this. You're flexing the muscles inward to focus inward. Sorry for bumping the microphone. And sometimes going da, 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 just a da tongue at the beginning of each note helps to change that frequency. It's vibrating at one frequency. That tongue can interrupt that air streaming, help you to kind of get the air vibrating, the air column vibrating at a different, and your lips vibrating at a different frequency. So let's do number 2, and I'll try to keep going this time without stopping. Ready? 3, 4. 3. Now, in number 3, we have quarter notes. Let's see here. So this ta ta ti ti ta. These are 1 beat apiece. They're solid on the inside. That's why they're different. It seems like it's getting dark in here. My lamp over there went out. There we go. Ready? Let's try this now. Number 4, right here, we're going back and forth here. So here are these quarter notes from a B flat to F, B flat, F, B flat for 2 beats, then the 2 beat rest there. 1, 2, right. Sorry. All right. So that's how this works. And just buzzing on your mouthpiece, getting that control over it. And remember, you don't want to pinch your lips together. You don't want to pull the corners of your mouth back into a smile like I did as a 5th grader. Don't do that.
if anything, just keep those corners steady, and maybe even you can bring them focused inward just a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. You just don't want to pull back into a smile, because it makes it very you wear out very quickly. You're operating from a just a weak standpoint. You don't want to pull those corners back. Keep them just right, solid, and just great players. I've noticed there seems like nothing's going on. So it's all taking place right inside the mouthpiece as they firm up those lips up against the teeth and arc the back of the tongue, like I've been talking about. So again, just practice this. Great band directors, they just focus on this at the very beginning. It's something I do with my beginners every single year. We just do mouthpieces only, and then we keep doing that as an opening drill for class. So just gain that and remember, you don't want to have the inside of your mouth. You don't want to go, when you go for high notes, you don't want to have it totally closed off. You just want to have an open, rich sound, so that when you put that mouthpiece in the trombone, what you hear is this gorgeous sound. And everybody goes, wow, right? So that's what we want. Hopefully, you've gotten a lot out of lesson 2.